How do you tell if someone is attracted to you or just being very friendly? If they act the exact same way with other people, you're out of luck. Or everybody's in luck. I see you've also met my ex. Edit. Jesus. For every one of you that ended up dating the town bicycle and didn't know it going in, my thoughts are with you in these trying times. Also, get tested. I also choose this guy's ex. This is actually how I came to be with my current girlfriend. Totally thought she was flirting when I first met her, so I invited her to hang out. I thought we were going on dates the first 4 to 5x. She just thought we were hanging out as friends. I found out later that she is that friendly to everyone she meets, and has a ton of friends, so this wasn't unusual to her. I eventually picked up that things weren't romantic. Told her about the whole thing and we laughed about it. Things stayed that way for a few months and we remained friends. Then one day we were watching a movie and she asked if I wanted to make out. Not sure what shifted the gears. Pretty rad though. Greater than not sure what shifted the gears. It became obvious to her that you actually liked her personality and weren't just trying to get into her pants. Someone tells you years later. They tell you years later after you've moved hours away, and it turns out she never said anything because she thought you had feelings for her other friend who you didn't have feelings for. She was just sexually harassing you in the middle of English class. As my dear old dad used to say, women who work for tips are not flirting with you. We used to extend this to, if she's being paid to talk to you, she's not interested. Twitch.tv. As a woman who works for tips, I second this. If they're a cashier, waiter, clerk, etc., don't get your hopes up. Or when their name is Weedman 420 Boner God. If I'm showing you affection, it means I actually like you. Have you found #Queen69 Juicy Goddess yet? I was once called into HR for allegedly flirting with an employee. Not part of my own team. Her proof. I was always friendly. Offered her milk to go with her coffee. And worst of all, once at an after work, I bought a round of drinks for everyone, her included. The head of HR was a bit puzzled about the whole situation, and asked her what would she then suggest we do to resolve the situation. And she requested that I would stop being friendly to her, and just leave her be. This poor woman just could not accept that I was being friendly. I have a boyfriend. May I have his number? What's his Steam account? Ah, a modern man, I see. Alright, can I get around for everyone? Everyone except Karen. Ha, quote. You don't. One person's just being friendly is another's take me to a hotel and fuck me right now. This is also exactly why people really need to stop the generalizing of entire genders' behavior. Being a hetero male, I can only speak about women in terms of dating them. But a lot of women do not realize what you just said. One woman's hard to get is another's take a hint. One woman's insult is another woman being playful. One woman's flirt is another woman's friendly. This is why men can't take a hint, ladies. You are all different. Same goes for guys. Your flirt might be another guy's aggressive. Your nice gesture may be another guy's sweeping her off her feet. Edit. Dang, you dudes are brutal on typos. He's right, you know. It depends on so many things. Unfortunately, dating is one of those things that can't be predicted because you can't generalize anything. Flirting's basically a dumb game of chicken with gradual escalation. Or just ask if they haven't. Usually pretty obvious. I've had a lot of people ask me this just because they're nosy. Not a guarantee of attraction. My aunt asked me last week. Glad I missed that signal. You don't. It's a leap of faith. That's all it is. Asterisk, 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 that's all it is. Miles. A leap of faith. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. By reading someone's comment on Reddit about how they missed all the signs, and then you realize that the same thing happened to you, and now you lie there contemplating your life. But you still can't be sure. If they ask you to take off your clothes, chances are they're just being friendly. Or they're Canadian so they're being polite. I automatically assume people are being friendly. It's habit. Edit. Geez. Didn't expect to wake up with 50+ replies in my inbox in result to self-deprecation. But I think I should clarify some things. I'm aromantic now after struggling with feelings towards romance in general for a bit. But before I discovered what aromanticism was, I just assumed people were being friendly because I was, and still am, too unattractive. Flirting wasn't my strong suit either, and I had a terrible track record with guys. Read. One who was an autistic furry liar, and the other who was an autistic, unhygienic, clueless dude. Plus I can't commit to a relationship. In depression, though a guy the first know apparently has a crush on me. And from our interactions I just assumed he was being friendly. Imagine my surprise when his mom told me he was crushing on me. I never would have known otherwise. Edit 2. Okay, one more edit. I realized that not all autistic guys and furry guys are bad BFs. Y'all do. This was just a case of bad luck for me. Said guy who has a crush on me also has autism and he's a really kind-hearted dude beneath his frowny exterior. Hygienic too. It's not always easy. With my fiancé, when we started hanging out I would convince myself she liked me and then talk myself out of it. I would walk her home and she'd give me a really awkward friend hug, then run inside, leaving me feeling like I'd misread the signals completely. This went on for about 3 weeks before we finally kissed at a party. I asked her about it afterwards and it turns out she was doing the same thing. 7 years and a proposal later, I think she might have a crush on me. Guys, I dunno. Man, in high school I went to a dance with a guy as friends, and then he kissed me as friends, and then we brutally fucked behind the gym as friends, and we've been dating as friends for about 7 years and we're getting married next week as friends, plus I'm knocked up with his babies as friends. You can never really know, man. Some people are in it for the long con. Thank you for that wonderful story, you cock daddy Karen. Edit. My first silver is for noting someone's username. Nice. Do they ever initiate the friendliness? Responding to someone else's kindness is a lot different than initiating it. But even still, the only sure way to know is to ask. There is a girl that I work with that has asked me to go spend the weekend with her in NYC, so I would assume that she's flirting, interested in me. I mean, she's kinda flirty with everyone. It just seems like it's more so with me. She always makes a point to talk to me when I walk by and we're always making each other laugh anytime we talk. But I'm afraid of trying to make a move since I work with her and she's way out of my league. As you, Rumble5Skin said, greater than this reminds me of my other often repeated piece of advice. You are not the commissioner of her league. She decides whether you get to be in it or not. How can she do that without a chance to scout you? Go for it. If she's into you, cool. If not, you're just work colleagues. Appreciate the shout out, but as a work situation this could backfire badly if he's misreading. The advice regarding being out of her league still applies. Separately, pro tip, you'll never know if you don't ask. Schrodinger's date. No, the stripper is not attracted to you. I beg to differ. I have a massive gravitational pull. Usually the realization comes 10 years later when you are trying to fall asleep. My cousin once told me, "Hey, remember my friend? She was pretty cute by the way. Yeah, she had a crush on you a few years back. Bitch, why the fuck didn't you tell me then?" Man, this hurts me deep. Insanely beautiful girl I was friends with in a group. I tell my friends I like her a lot. They tell her. She tells them she likes me a lot. They don't tell me. I know it's my fault for not making the move. But help your boy out, lol. If you get an arranged marriage it's a 50-50. Ask them. This is number 1. There was a waitress at a bar that my buddies and I had for like a year. I was into her, but couldn't tell how she felt. She was always fun and flirty. But I realized when she would first walk up to our table, laugh or make a joke, she would look at me. I assumed that meant there was at least a chance she liked me. So I asked her out and she said yes. She was beautiful, had a great figure and was super down to earth. She also turned out to be someone who loudly cheered at high points of movies, and I just don't need that in my life. We went our separate ways. I had this exact situation happen to me before, so I asked her out. She gave me her number and mentioned that she and her boyfriend were going to a funeral tomorrow, so she wouldn't be around. What kind of response was that? Wow, she's really not into you. Thank you for watching.